the Giants and Washington is a huge game in the NFC playoff race. I mean, it's
in December.
Massive. It's December 1st. So Austin Mock from The Athletic, if you guys have not checked out some of the work he's done about playoff probabilities, he's done so much in that area. And right now, according to his numbers, the Giants have a 53.7% chance to make the playoffs.
Okay.
Washington, I almost said the name. Washington has a 57.7% chance to make the playoffs.
Wow.
So it's like 50-50. And so this game is obviously huge.
Yeah.
Because if Washington wins this game and the Giants lose, then the Giants cannot win the tiebreaker with Washington, right? So then it would go to division record, I'm pretty sure would be the second tiebreaker, even for wild card between division teams, which is kind of weird, but that's my understanding of the rules.
Yeah.
But the Seahawks already have the tiebreaker over the Giants. So them having that little trump card is another complicating factor in this. I wanted to ask you this because I genuinely am curious about it. Who do you think it's more important to make the playoffs this season? Like for the state of their franchise, the Giants or Washington?
Washington.
I think so.
I think this is all house's money for New York. I think.
I know, but it's so hard to tell yourself that.
It is. Especially when you're in the building too. Like you're like,
yes.
Oh, you see that play. Oh, imagine being a quality control coach and you get a bonus that's basically 1/3 of your salary. Like if you make the playoffs. Oh yeah. You don't want to hear about, oh, we're rebuilding. We got to wait another year. Like, no, let's make the playoffs. Let's make a run, buddy.
I think that's also true. And also, I've talked to coaches about this in the past, just about what it means to have some instantaneous success. And obviously, it hasn't really mattered for Washington. They made the playoffs in Ron Rivera's first year, and it's not like it's been great there since. But talking to people like in LA, right, when they made the playoffs that first year under McVay, and some of the autonomy that creates for you as a staff, right, when you're going to ownership and you can just be like, we want to do this. We want to revamp X area of the franchise. When you win 10 games in year one, sometimes that sell can be a little bit easier. So I don't think it ultimately matters, for the long-term health of the Giants. I think for the people in the building, it certainly does and all of that. Yeah. But I think for Washington, in terms of guys keeping jobs, this may extend some shelf life if they manage to sneak in here.
They didn't trade for Carson Wentz to rebuild. That was a push move. Yeah. At a weird time to do it. That the fact that the backup's playing better. No, the other thing too, that's such a good point, especially with ownership. Everyone thinks every owner just writes a blank check. No, not like that at all. Bill Belichick is able to do what he does because Bob Kraft gives him a blank check. He goes, oh, yeah. You sure? You want that? Yeah, sure. Oh, you want this? Oh, you want to keep 20 guys on injured reserve and we'll pay injury settlements? Yeah, sure. We'll do that. It does give you credibility, especially with the staff.
But you need to earn that. You need to earn that.
You have to earn it. Yes, you do. And it's also, like you said, credibility in the locker room. Players go, hey, we're getting better players and we already made the playoffs with this group. Like, it does. It does. There is some buildup with that. So no, that's a great point. I know we're probably jumping to fourth screen. I do have one schematic thing about this game.
Oh no, absolutely.
Okay. Is that the Commanders defense, which has been very enjoyable to watch. We've broken them down a few times, is they do have a weakness against designed quarterback runs. And Marcus Mariota was getting after him last week. He had 6 of them last week. The gains on those 6, and these were not like third and extra longs or anything. These are all designed runs on like 2nd and 5, 1st and 10, 11 yards, 8 yards, 7 yards, 11 yards, 14 yards, and then -2 at the very end in the red zone. You know who is second in first downs per rush rate after only Josh Allen? Daniel Jones. He's 6th in design rushes. So I don't know if you want to prop bet, I guess maybe look at some Daniel Jones over rushing yards. We'll give one little pick. I'll give that one. I know we're not going to do it. Another thing is Derek Forrest rocks. He's a really fun player.
He's going to be, he's a really good awesome player. Man. And again, just talking about why this team has been better than we expected them to be, getting contributions from guys like that are so important.
Yep.
The one other just football element of this game I think is worth watching. The Giants getting some guys back on the offensive line. Evan Neal returning, they've been really banged up in that area. I think about how many backups played last week. Feliciano, I think, has been limited in practice this week, so he could be back. And you think about what that Washington front looks like and just how dominant that they've been this season. They just ran out of gas, that Giants team last week against Dallas, and getting some starting caliber offensive linemen back, I think, goes a long way in preventing that from happening again against this team. So it's going to be, again, another really important game, another fun one.